because, as we know, there are known knowns. There are things we know. We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say, we know there's some things we do not know. But there are also unknown unknowns. The ones we don't know.
What the hell kind of music is this? What track is this? Oh, oh, I guess it's the track I selected and almost rejected. Okay, it gets better. There we go. There we go. There's the bounce. There's the bounce. Listen for the bounce. More bounce to the ounce. Okay, just checking the bell. Make sure it's copacetic. It's copacetic. What's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on here? Stop sharing that. We don't need that no more. We don't need that no more. Okay, let's have a look. What's going on here? We don't need that either. What we do need is people to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Okay. What we do need to do is we need to say hello to the people. Yes, 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 we about to get it. Philip Khan Roberts up in the building. We're walking in the air, apparently. The Leon Figures up in the building. The Lisa Bales. Hello, one and all. How do you do? Get them like buttons up, get them thumbs up. Get them thumbs up and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Okay, so I've pushed this out on the social media so everybody should know. We're going to go live on Monday, but the weather was too nice. Then we were going to go live on Tuesday, but Raphie was too chill. Price hike. And eventually, we got to go live today. Okay, but without much further ado, let's check. Let's see what the sounds like. Let's see what the sounds like. Let's have a listen. Come on. Let's see what the sounds like. Let's take it back. And eventually, we got to go live today. Okay. It seems respectable. The levels seem respectable. Could even just tweak it, push it up just a notch. Yeah, price hike. Hey, they're killing us with price hikes over here in the UK. Killing us. They're killing us, mate. Killing us. You know what I'm saying? Raphie's been thinking about immigrating for some time, but it's becoming more pressing. Matters are becoming more pressing, sounding crisp and sharp. The ERF boxing is up in the building. And we got some things to talk about. What's going on here? Invite. Let me just drop this in the chat before I get into it, before I forget. And as a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat. Let's just pin that before I forget. Okay, so that's pinned. Okay, so where do I begin? Audio is perfecto. You know, the ref is a perfectionist, likes to get things nice, Okay, so for those wondering, For those wondering, well, Raphie, what's going on? What's going on, Raphie? Well, the good news is, where are we? All right, might as well share this at the top of the show. Sound like Smashy and Nicey, don't I? Might as well share this at the top of the show. Where's the share button? Where's the share button? What the hell's going on there? What the hell's going on there? Hold on. What's going on over here? No, we don't want any music. We don't want any music, but we can. Let's just drop that down. And okay. There we go. Oh, how do I move that off? How do I move that off? There's so many things to do. Let me just find the best way, the easiest way to do it. Okay, I think that's the best way to do it. Let's share the screen. Boom. Let's boom. What can we see there? What can we see there? Are we sharing? Okay. It's not very clear. Let's X that out. Not very good. Let's bring it back up. Can you see it? Is it visible? It's very small. It's very small. I don't even know if you can see it. Okay. So anyway, maybe you can. But the news is that Raphie is back in the gym. It's back in the gym. It's been out for 3 weeks. But I have returned. So the Raphie's back in the gym. So that's good news. That's good news. How do I stop? View tab. What is that? Okay. Need to be able to make this screen a little bit more user-friendly. But let's come out of that. Okay, so we're back in the gym after 3 weeks. Feeling very good. Did more. I thought I was just going to have a little tickle. I was just going to do a little tickle, but ended up banging it. Had a very good session. Very good session indeed. So, yeah, banged it, banjoed it. Okay, so where do we begin with the show? Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I'm feeling great, looking good, feeling great. Looking good, feeling great. What was I looking for there? Let's have a look. Looking good, feeling great. Sleep on point. Diet on point. Sleep on point, diet on point. So, those are key components. Those are key components to the thing. I'm just trying to navigate around here, doing a lot. I'm doing a lot. I always seem to do more than necessary, more than the bare minimum. I don't know why, but I just have this lust for getting it in. I have this lust for getting it in. I could just sit back. Move that back like that, and then if I come forth like this, I could just sit back and do it the easy way, but I seem to have this lust for getting it in. You know what I mean? Let's bring this down just a little bit. Let's see if we can move this along. See how the visuals work. Okay, been out for 3 weeks, but I'm back. I'm back, I'm back, mother. Let's see how this looks on the screen. Okay. All right, that's good. I like that. I like the way that looks on the screen. I like the way that looks on the screen. Okay. Yeah, it felt good. Felt good to be back. I've changed location. So it's a new venue. It's bigger. Better. It's bigger and better. Better equipped. More space for the Raphie to do his thing. That's just a little teaser there. Just a little teaser. I forget what they call that bike. You know that bike there? That bike there where the handles move forward, so you're not just rotating your feet, you're rotating your arms as well, going back and forth. I forget what they call it. But it's a nice bit of kit. They haven't got this at the other place. And there's quite a few things they've got here that they haven't got there. So yeah. Yeah, it's nice stuff as well. So yeah, very happy with that. Very happy with that. Okay, so what we got here? Yes, indeed, Lisa. Absolutely great news. Always good to get back in the regime. Totally. Diet. Well, it's not a diet as in cutting down in food. It's a diet as in the type of food that we're looking at. Raphie's gone more vegetables. More vegetables. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I'm going. Lots and lots of vegetables. 2/3 of vegetables on the plate. You know what I mean? That's how the Raphie's doing it. Now he's back. Yeah, I was gone for a minute. Now I'm back. I think Mr. Dawkins went to another gym for the fresh. Hey, I gotta tell you. I had the show around. They showed me around. I've worked at the place before. They got some new stuff they don't know. The old staff know. The new staff don't know. But I must tell you, very, very friendly bunch they were. Very friendly bunch. And the ladies were highly accommodating, very friendly to the Raphie. So I'm very happy with the setup. You know, the Raphie likes to get it in early so we don't get too much interruption. And yeah, man, nice, spacious. And yeah, the Raphie's loving it. Pa-da-pa-pa-pa. Okay, so that's the introduction. So let's get into the show. Okay, how do I start this? Where do I begin? So many areas, so many places, but let's get up. All right, 2, 4. First of all, let's get my headphones right. And let's get into this thing. Hold on. Okay, that feels better. Let's get it right, though. Let's get it right. Okay, that's good. So let's pull these things up. Where are they? Okay. Let's pull this up. And let's pull this up. Okay. Let's close that and close that. So where are we going to start with this? Where are we going to start with this? Yeah, let's start with the Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You can start either way. Does it really matter? Does it really matter? Okay. Let's start here. Let's drop that. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat. There we go. Drop that. Let's share. Let's share this. Okay. Let's have a look. We're sharing. What is this here? It's just popped up. Oh, okay. Something totally irrelevant to what I'm doing. Okay, that's cool. Okay. What's this popping off? Okay. So. Well, like I say, the ladies were very friendly in the new gym. Very friendly indeed. As a matter of fact, it was one of the lady trainers who took those, was kind enough to take those pictures for me. Most accommodating, very friendly. Okay, so in recent times, Tyson, hold on. What is that? Let me cut the music for a second. Okay, so in recent times, Tyson Fury has come out and said that he'll fight Joshua, but it's got to be for free. As we all know, that's just Tyson Fury bullshitting as per usual. The reality, as we see here, is that this article says that people are going bonkers. People are going bonkers and asking how much. Boxing fans fume as Sky Sports announced they will charge £26, that's £27, for Anthony Joshua's Saudi rematch with Alexander Usyk, the highest PPV cost in UK TV history, with some vowing to stream it for free. Okay, so Anthony Joshua's rematch, Usyk, new PPV record. The fight will cost individual seats into US 26. Joshua switched training camps to fight under the team of Robert Garcia. Heavyweight clash will take place in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia on August the 20th. Okay, so, I mean, we can get into this. We will get into this. What can I say? What am I saying straight off the bat? Hold on. Let's get the picture up. Or do we just read the first paragraph? Okay, so it says boxing fans are fuming after it was revealed Anthony Joshua's rematch with Alexander Usyk will set a pay-per-view record. Okay, Joshua's seeking to reclaim, as we know, his title. Sky Sports will stream the thing. Despite Joshua signing an exclusive agreement with broadcaster DAZN after Sky won the rights to stream the fight for a reported $25 million. OMG. Okay, so let's get into it. So there's the music. Let's bring the beats back. Okay, so what I'm saying is this. More will steal it. It's always the same with the price increase in pay-per-views, but Joshua always gets very good buys. Sky always make a profit on AJ PPVs. Sky, why do that? Well, okay, so I'll put it this way. Let's drop the beats again. Let's drop the beats. Drop the beat. Well, I'll put it this way. What's this here? Okay, somebody responding to my. Oh, okay. Somebody responding to one of my the picture that I just posted. It's interesting. This fella doesn't normally respond to my pictures, but thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Very nice. Much appreciated. Okay, so the price pay-per-view over here used to be generally £19.99. That's basically £20. For the Diriyah, for the first Saudi Arabia fight, they put it up to £25. I was quite vocal. I wasn't happy with it. £25. That was what? That was Andy Ruiz, the second fight, and the first fight in Saudi Arabia for Joshua. They put that up to £25. They said, well, you know, these cost that cost. They're building a stadium. I thought, okay, fair enough, whatever. And then Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder's figure was £25 for their next fight directly after the Joshua fight. And I thought, what's that all about? They're not building any stadiums. What the hell's that all about? But anyway, they followed suit, as they normally do. And then, you know how them boys stay. And so it went up to £25. Now this is £27, so that's just £2 on top of the 25. That's £2 on top of the 25. They was probably thinking about going 30. I'm not going to get bent out of shape for £2. I'm not going to get bent out of shape for £2, but still, I understand. I was very vocal and vociferous that I didn't like the idea of it going up to 25. But with it being in Saudi Arabia, with whatever, they're building a stadium, I thought fair enough. They're building a stadium, but still, I wasn't loving it. I wasn't loving it. I was not loving it at all. It used to be 20, and they said 25 was a one-off. 3 of Joshua's last fights were 25, now 27. Now 27. I knew it was a new precedent. I know once they pushed it up to 25, it wasn't going to come back down. I understood it was in Saudi Arabia, Diriyah. What I didn't understand was how Fury's next fight with Wilder after that was 25 as well. Why? Why was that 25? What was the excuse for that? No excuse whatsoever. As for this being £2 more than the 25, I'm not going to get really too bent out of shape about it, but really, yes, I'd be happy for them to get it back down to 20. I'd be happy for them to get it back down to 20. But with everything going up right now, well, certainly in the UK, with Brexit coming out to Europe, you know, they're killing us with charges over here. Killing us. Absolutely killing us. I don't understand the £2 extra. I don't understand the £2 extra. You guys are fortunate because the US, I think they're trying to push it up to your levels. I think they're trying to push it up to your levels, Lisa Bales. There are liars, damn liars in capitalism promising no more price increases. Yeah, it's crazy. Inflation never goes down. Never goes down. Inflation never goes down, only up. Yes. So I knew when it went to 25 that was a slippery slope. It was only going to go up after that. I hope they just keep a lid on it. Just keep it calm, keep it down, keep it calm. Let's not go too crazy. Let's not go too crazy with these price hikes. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy over here in the UK, killing us with prices. Okay. Price hikes. Okay. So what they're saying? So it's £2 more. Are they really? Are they going? What else do they say about this? Not much. Can't really say much. One user threatened to watch the fight illegally as they scoffed at the huge PPV. Well, I mean, they're missing the point that it's like £2 more. It's £2 more, but I understand. Yeah, I don't want to pay that. I don't want to pay that. Off to the pub it is. Well, fortunately, I think Saudi Arabia, I think they're kind of like on the same time zone as us. They're kind of around about the same time as us. I think they're going to show it around the 8 o'clock mark, 9 o'clock mark. Yeah, it'll be the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock mark. 10 o'clock mark. So, yeah, you will be able to watch this down the pub, most likely. The Raphie, not so, because, of course, the Raphie's going to be commentating on this live. We'll be talking about this, commentating on this live. You know what I'm saying? So, for people who might be a little bit strapped in these economically challenging times. Fear not. Fear not. For the Raphie, we'll be streaming this. Well, we're going to be covering the fight live. So fear not. Fear not. Okay. Okay. So that's pretty much that. What people saying. Yeah, the nickel and diamond us all the way up. Just a few more nickels, a few more dimes. Yeah, nickel and diamond us. Nickel and diamond us. It adds up. I bought Joshua's last 3 pay-per-views at 25. I also buy this one 27. Basically, it's 22 pounds extra over 4 fights. For real, for real. We need Joshua to stop losing. Costs more to watch him fight. Each time he does, the price goes up. For real, for real. For real, for real. Okay. So that's that. And then let's move on. What happened there? Okay. Let's start. I'll share the screen again. The link is in the chat for anybody who wants to jump on. If people are just chilling, then that's cool. Did I pin it? Yeah, I pinned it. People are just chilling, and that's cool. Just relax, kick back, and enjoy the show. Raphie's not here for a long time. Here for a good time. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. Okay. So what we got? We're talking about RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. Anthony Joshua threatens to dash the world heavyweight titles, dash them away if he wins them back, beating Alexander Usyk, and demands more respect. Oh, yeah, a little respect to me. Aretha Franklin made sure everybody knows how to spell the word respect. And talking about respect, let's show some respect to the Leon figures jumping in.
What's good, Mr. Dawkins? What's good? Mic check. How do I sound?
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic tech 1 2. What is this? Santana's back to business. How you doing, Leon? Sound crystal clear, my friend. Crystal clear.
Very, very good. Very, very good.
I woke up at something like 6:30 a.m. this morning. I felt like I was in California. Sun streaming through my blinds. Warm, but not hot. Oh, for the people who don't know, for the people overseas, we've had the rains. Remember last week we was complaining about some of us were like me were complaining about the desert-like conditions. Well, we had the rains. The rains came and it cooled everything down. Just in case you were wondering from overseas. Cooled everything down, and I was worried. I thought, oh no, now that we've had the rains, the summer's over. But alas, that was not the case. The very next day, the sun came, well, the same day after the rains, the sun came out again. Leon figures. So the sun came out again, and we just kept rolling. It's just still summer. It's just calmed down a little bit. It's more breezy now. It's more breezy. Sun's coming out virtually every day. In Middle Earth, over here in the Middle Earth, Midlands. I don't know if some of our overseas friends watched Lord of the Rings. Yeah, when they talk about Middle Earth, well, that's right here right here in the Midlands, Middle Earth. And yeah, it's been nice and cool, nice and calm. Another nice and sunny day today, but there's nice breeze, nice and breezy. Okay, so what's going on here? I just think it's the final cash out for Sky. That's why they increased the price. Well, yeah, they really wanted the fight. They bid 25 million. They're paying 25 million for the fight, so I guess they got to recoup. Folk moaning about £27. Wouldn't pay if it was $4.95. Wizard Sleeves up in the building. Yes, RESPECT, Aretha Franklin. Okay, what's going on? We had a heat wave too. It's cool now, but it's coming back. Yeah, it's nice and cool over here. What's going on? Staying away and jabbing ain't gonna work in this championship rematch. Well, I mean, staying away and jabbing, I mean, you know, I told you at the time, Joshua won 4 of those rounds. 2 more rounds. I said it at the time. Some people scoffed. I said if he wins 2 more rounds, that's a draw. Home soil, he gets the decision. That's what I said at the time. He won 4 rounds. And Usyk said at the time, and he's reiterated, he said it was no easy fight. You know, Joshua, Anthony hurt me. Getting dark? Is it getting dark? Oh, yeah. It's only like, it ain't even 10 o'clock and it's pitch black. It's pitch black over here. So I don't know about this jabbing. That you're talking about. You know, he's working with Robert Garcia. I don't know if you heard. What's the word? Yeah, the problem with the hike is that others are going to follow suit. That's all I knew. I know that. You know, look at Fury. They hiked it another £5 for what? For what? Never explained it. What's this? With 1 million people in the UK buy it, I think boxer Charles. What's this? Will 1 million people in the UK buy it? Yes. No, 1 million people are going to buy it. Million 3.
I think his pay-per-view numbers have been declining. I think since the Povetkin fight. So yeah, if they get 1 million back, they'll be doing extremely well because it's back in the trend, especially since 2020. Yeah, and the world shutting down and stuff. The pay-per-view buys have been dropping overall. So they'll do very well if they get it back. I mean, they might get other income rather than just the buyers, as in sponsorship or advertising during the bout. Might make up for it. Because I just can't imagine Sky being in business of losing money. They would have crunched the numbers.
Exactly.
And found a way to make it work somehow.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking at 1.3 million. And I'll tell you why.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I'll tell you, 1.2 million. I'm looking at 1.2. I'll tell you why. Because it's a redemption story. It's sink or swim. Sink or swim. If you sink, and people are going to be intrigued. People are going to be intrigued. These fans are going to be intrigued. And the haters, the Furyites are going to be some of the biggest purchasers of this fight because they're going to purchase it because they want Anthony Joshua to lose.
I think they'll do very well to get 800,000, but it would be interesting to find out.
I'm saying 1.2. I'm going 1.2 because the haters might be some of the biggest purchasers of this fight. And of course, the fans, they're going to be watching it. Fans are going to be watching it.
But that is the great thing where Joshua has, where he has the casual market. The casual market aren't into streaming. They're just going to pay for it.
They're just going to pay for it. Cal L up in the building. Ortiz, yeah, I'll talk about him shortly. Well, in a bit. What's going on? hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Yeah, I'm thinking million too. Robert Garcia, who hasn't trained heavyweight, hey, it's a risk, isn't it? It's a risk. Life is it, but life is a risk. Sometimes you just gotta throw the dice. Sometimes you gotta throw the dice, and he's throwing the dice with Robert Garcia at first. At first, I wasn't sure, still not sure, but ultimately, I like it. Ultimately,
do you believe he will vacate if he wins? Do you think he will vacate the belts? Like
no. We're going to talk about that though. We can talk about that. I think what he's saying is ultimately, let's get into the article. I think he's talking about, well, let's get into the article. Colors of freedom. That's interesting. Colors of freedom. That's kind of ironic to me. I like it. It's ironic. I like it because of the irony. But anyway, I think Joshua's talking about what happened there? Joshua's talking about, hey, if I win them belts back, I might just dash them away. And without even getting into the article, I haven't read the article, but I think I know what he means. I think that Joshua's talking about, hey, I should have had more respect. When he thought people used to assume he would always KO his opponents, Joshua answered, nah, that's wrong. When I came into this division, it was whack. I thought, all right, you know what? I'm going to come into this game and I'm going to take on everyone and anyone. It doesn't matter who. I can only beat what's in front of me. But I've got to make sure that they're top. Maybe it's because I'm British that none of these lot are respecting my thing. I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to bring the heavyweight division to Great Britain and I'm going to show people that we're solid. Because I think people think we drink tea and eat biscuits and sit with the queen, eat crumpets. I feel I'm not getting looked at as someone who is dominant, who is a dominant heavyweight. This big Anthony Joshua goes and wins, becomes 3-time. I'm going to dash these belts. If I become 3-time, I'm going to dash the belts away. Because you got to learn to respect me as a person. Quote that. I'm tired. I don't want to be respected because of the belts I hold. I want to be respected because of the man you see. And I think what he means by that, my interpretation of that is that he came into the game when we had other people slipping, sliding, doing all kinds of things except fight. Doing all sorts of things except fight. So he comes into the game, he takes on everybody who will accept him, takes on all the top guys who will accept him, and he feels like, hold on a second, I've done all this heavy lifting, and you don't respect the craft, you don't respect
my dangerous thought and frame of mind, though, Raphie. I think that's what got him in trouble with his Usyk fight in the first place, trying to prove to everybody that he can box. And it led him to his game plan in the first fight. I think he needs to forget about what people think of him. At the end of the day, when people buy his pay-per-views, he gets respect. When sponsorships sponsor him, he gets respect. He's getting financial respect. You can't expect people online to respect you because some people will disrespect you simply because of your success. So you cannot win. So I think he needs to forget about this. I think he needs to have the people that are for me, good. I see you. I feel what you are doing. And to everybody that's not, F you. I'm going to do what I'm doing. I think he needs to forget because there are some people that will never respect him. They'll never like him. They'll never give him ratings for what he's done. And he's just got to come to terms with that. And it's concerning that he's still bringing it up.
He does feel he's not getting his proper respect. And I hear what you're saying. Leon. But ultimately, anybody at the top of the game, at the higher echelon of whatever game, whatever it is, if it's darts, if it's snooker, if it's curling, if it's ice skating, whatever it is, I think that you're gonna want your respect. If you're at the higher echelon of your game, you're gonna want that respect. It's easier.
Has any active boxer ever received respect? Don't they all get criticism from somewhere in some way? Don't they normally get it after they've retired and then they get appreciated? Because I think of the harassment Lennox Lewis used to get in the UK, in America.
Yeah.
And now look at the way people talk about him.
Yes.
Even at the time, Muhammad Ali, I think one guy was saying at the time he was seen a bit of a joker. We look back at his smack talk now. At the time, a lot of people were unhappy with it.
Yeah, a lot of people hated him. A lot of people.
Yeah, the Louisville lip. Yeah, they hated him because of it. So it's when you're active, it's very hard to get this respect. It's only when you retire and people then look back at the resume, that's when it's time for you to get appreciation. Yeah. So I don't know. I think the successful boxers. I don't think they really do get the respect while they're doing it.
Yeah.
But the only exception actually to the rule could actually be Alexander Usyk. He's one of the few.
Yeah, he seems to get. Yeah, it seems. Yeah, he gets a lot of respect. He does get a lot of respect. I like Goosen, Joe Goosen. I think he would have been a better choice for AJ. On what basis? What basis, Joe Goosen? Let's have a look. Let's have a look what people are saying. Let's have a look what people are saying. Joshua has my respect. He's the only one out of the top three who's been trying to fight all the best. But all the fans can really that's all the fans can really ask for. Yeah, I hear that.
Sorry, Raphie, I did want to add a little bit to what you said when you said that Joshua lost by 2 rounds by the judges, the people that matter. So, and that was with a terrible game plan as it panned out.
No, I said Joshua won 4 rounds.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So he only needed to win 3 more.
Yeah.
He only needs to win 3 more of those, and he gets his belts back.
Yeah.
And then I'll go one further and say I disagree with the general consensus that Usyk will more than likely knock him out this time, because Usyk threw everything at him.
Yeah.
And he was still on his feet. I think it's because he was outboxed and then he ended with that flurry. It made it look a lot worse than it was, because Joshua, as much as he was taking the hits and he looked like he wasn't down, he wasn't dropped. And I just think if Usyk couldn't drop him then, why is people assuming that he's going to be able to drop him now? I don't know. I'm not the greatest at calling fights. It's probably not great for Joshua.
I think people think that Usyk is going to feel more comfortable now, and he's going to go in. He's going to. I
think he'll bulk up a bit. It'll be heavier.
He's going to be more aggressive. I think people think that Usyk's going to be more aggressive, and me personally, I don't think. Oh, Dr. Wooduk is up in the building. Yeah, pick up yourself. I don't think that I'm not on the hype train that Usyk almost got him in the last round. Almost got him. Usyk was going to knock Joshua out, but his corner told him not to. I've heard all of that stuff. I think if he could have knocked him out at that time, he would have done. Is he going to be more aggressive? Is Usyk going to be? He might be a tad more aggressive, but I think that 100% for sure, Joshua is going to be going to the body more. And I've seen Usyk dropped with body shots. I've seen Joshua hurt Usyk with a body shot. I think a part of the problem for Joshua was that his team in that first fight, they were not giving clear and concise instructions. It was a confused team. It was a overblown team. It was not a clear and concise team. If Joshua, I've seen Usyk dropped. I've seen Usyk drop to the floor with a body shot. I've seen Anthony Joshua hurt Usyk with a body shot, but he wasn't consistent with it. He didn't stay with it. I think this time Anthony Joshua has a clearer, more concise instructions. And I'm not saying that means that Joshua wins. What I'm saying is that means that Joshua has a clearer game plan. And I think that's going to make this second fight very, very interesting. And I too, I'm not with the consensus, the general consensus that Usyk stops Anthony Joshua this time around. Could it happen? Of course. Will I be watching? Of course. I will be commentating also. I'm just looking forward to this fight. May the best man win. Who's my money on? My money's on Anthony Joshua to pull the upset, even though I understand I'm in the minority.
No, I agree with you. I think he's gonna knock him out.
It's gonna be interesting. Usyk is the favorite, but I'm putting my money on the underdog. Who is the underdog? Anthony Joshua. That's where my money's going. Leon figures.
Yeah, I'm not a gambling man, but yeah, that's my call. Joshua by knockout. I know it's the unpopular call.
Yeah,
but that's just how I see it playing out. I think that Joshua won't fear Usyk's power as much as people think he will. I think that Joshua's had a terrible game plan in the last fight, and he wasn't that far behind on the judges' scorecards. I know most people, would say that Joshua had between 2 to 4. 4's like the highest kind of consensus I've heard, but the judges gave him 4.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need that much of an, he doesn't need that much of improvement. The rounds where he attacked him and went for him were the rounds that the judges gave him. So he just needs a bit more activity and 3 more rounds, even with the terrible game plan he had, and he could get those belts back.
That's what I'm saying. If everybody's saying that Joshua was so terrible, but he won four rounds, I mean, come on. That's something to build on right there. People think Usyk held back in the first fight. Well, yeah, I think he held back. Well, why would he be holding back?
I get that, but there's no one telling me that in that 12th round, Usyk wasn't trying to knock him out. Usyk tried with everything to knock him out, and Joshua was still on his feet. I think Joshua needs to hold that with him and bring that in there. I agree that Usyk probably was told in the earlier rounds by Papachenko, stick to the game plan, don't stop trying to go for the knockout. But in the 12th, he went for it. Joshua was tired, and he couldn't knock him down. He couldn't, and Joshua took double digits unanswered punches, and Joshua was still on his feet.
I like this. Philip Carl Roberts says Usyk has a heads up on Joshua's boxing style. That's why people think Usyk will stop Joshua. I can't see it going the distance. I like this. Philip Carl Roberts is predicting. What are you predicting? I thought he was predicting. Can't see it go down. I thought he was predicting a Usyk knockout. I thought, damn, I got to be excited there. I thought we was gonna have a little bet on that one. Oh, brilliant, AJ. There was some of that brilliant stuff going in. That was some bad. That was unneeded. Brilliant. That's where I say it was confused. The corner were not very clear. The corner were not very clear at all. I get you. Yes, I agree with that. I see a knockout either way. Is the fight going to go the distance? I see Usyk getting hurt to the body. I really do. I see Usyk getting hurt to the body. Clearer corner. I'm looking forward to this one. Either way.
But this is the thing. Joshua could go there. He could knock him out within 5 rounds. And he still won't get the credit from certain people. That's what I mean by he needs to forget this respect that he's looking for and just worry, because plenty of people do give him respect.
Yeah.
Plenty of people do give him respect. But the detractors are always louder.
Yes.
So I think he needs to really forget about them, and because it's causing him hassles. Trying to prove stuff to people that are never going to be happy.
Yeah,
it's leading him on a path to nowhere.
I think part of maturity is understanding that you can't please all the people all the time. You just got to please yourself. Be reasonable.
You can't win. You cannot win.
Be a reasonable person and just please yourself. You can't walk around trying to please other people. You shouldn't do that. That's a bad strategy. It's a bad strategy. It's a bad game plan. Anthony Joshua. Let's bring up Anthony Joshua. Let's bring up some.
The undercard actually seems decent.
The undercard. I haven't even seen the undercard yet.
There's Zilli Zhang, Filip Hrgovic.
Okay, let's have a look at the undercard.
Yeah, it's a decent undercard.
Let's have a look. Let me see. Usyk Joshua 2 undercard. Usyk Joshua 2 undercard. Let's have a look. Price point. Undercard confirmed. Okay. We're asking me to accept all. I'm not going to accept all. I reject all. I reject all before I accept all. Let's share my screen. Boom. Okay. What's going on? It's confirmed. Let's see the list. Just show me the list, people. Just show me the list. What is this? No. Let me see the list. Okay. It's a bit of a... Okay, the undercard continues. What was this? What was the first one? Somali British prospect Ali. She's the girl. She's that girl. Okay. She's that girl. Okay. Let's continue.
She's the first woman to ever box in Saudi. So I think that's the
thing for her.
Talking point for that one.
Talking point, but she's a novice. She's a novice, is she not? She's a novice. I don't know why they're building her up. I don't really pay too much attention to the novices. Build them up, get fights on the undercard, and then let's see. Get 20 fights, get 15 fights, and then let's talk. The undercard continues with Croatian heavyweight Filip Hrgovic against Zilli Zhang. Okay. Filip Hrgovic against Zilli Zhang. Okay. Filip Hrgovic's got a fight. It's for the IBF heavyweight. It's the final eliminator for the IBF heavyweight world title. Okay. The rivals were set to clash on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez, but yeah, something happened with one of them with his health. Okay. Hrgovic is number 3 in the IBF rankings, and the showdown will name the mandatory challenger for the title currently held by the Ukraine's Usyk. Okay. I respect a fighter like Zilli Zhang, especially as there were plenty of others who could have fought me, but they didn't want to. Okay.
I'll never forgive Michael Hunter for turning that down. That would have been a great fight.
Crazy. I'll never forget what's his name, Parker, for turning it down. What the hell? I respect. The respect stays outside the ring, and it will be business as usual for me when I step in there and look to do what I do best, put people away. Okay. Zilli Zhang, yeah. Let's move on. A lot of talking there. Elsewhere on the undercard, Liverpool's Callum Smith, ranked as the number 1 contender with the WBC in the light heavyweight division, will face Mathieu Bordelic. Callum Smith's looking good. Callum Smith's looking good at light heavyweight, I gotta say. He's looking very destructive. Smith was last in action on the undercard of the first meeting. when he destroyed Lenin Castillo with a brutal second round KO. Yeah, that was brutal. Callum Smith looking very, very destructive. I'll be looking forward to that one. The remainder of the undercard, former 2-weight champion Badu Jack fights Richard Rivera. Okay, cruiserweight, yeah, Badu Jack, Andrew Tabiti, and Tyrone Spong. Oh, we get to see Tyrone Spong. Who was he supposed to fight? There was a big controversy about a year back, and then he popped dirty. Usyk, yes, and then he popped dirty, but he wasn't actually dirty, and then whatever. So people get to see Tyrone Spong. I've been watching him for years back in the days, MMA days. He was a middleweight back then, a lot smaller than he is now. Okay, yeah. Okay, that it does look, yeah, it does look. It's good. There's some good fights on there. What are we saying? What are we saying now? Let's have a look what people are saying in the chat. Yes, you can't. Saying people, self-preservation is the first law of nature, 100%. If he wins, you can always tell the haters that he will start cracking their glass chins. Yep. Self-preservation. It's a great card for the fans of the higher weights. Tabiti versus Spong might be a pleasant fight. Yeah, historical stuff. For real. The undercard is on BoxRec. Gotcha. Final eliminator. Can't see Zhang being there that long. Still ends up on a matchroom card. Out of court settlement. It could be, or could be that Hearn ain't holding no grudges.
Well, Hearn is known for if a fighter's kind of done wrong, he does give him another opportunity.
Yeah. I don't think he's really that kind of a grudgeful type of fella. Feeling a bit thirsty now.
But going back to Joshua dropping the belts, if you look at who's in contention, the winner of Hrgovic Yang, Joe Joyce and Daniel Dubois, I think they're all very winnable fights for Joshua. I say Joyce is the most difficult one.
Yeah.
But time and time again, he shows he gets hit too often.
Yeah, but I don't think Joshua was talking about dropping the belts to avoid anybody though.
I don't know. I just think.
I don't think.
On the one hand, he's saying about he wants people to respect him, and then on the other hand, he's talking about dropping the belts when all that his detractors are going to do. He's saying he's ducking people. That's the first thing they're going to say.
Yeah.
The only time you can get away with dropping belts is when you're undisputed. Once you've become undisputed, it's like it just shuts everyone up. It's the ultimate comeback to anything. People are always going to talk. It's the ultimate comeback. Once you become undisputed, then you can start dropping belts and doing that. That kind of earns you that. But if he started dropping them, they'd have a field day.
Yeah.
Daniel Dubois crying out loud.
Yeah. I don't think that he was being serious. But still, yeah, we have to talk about the hypotheticals. We have to talk about him hypothetically dropping them. Do I think he was serious? No, but I can understand the frustration. I think you're speaking out of frustration. I might as well just dash them away. Just dash them in the bin like Riddick Bowe. I won't do that. Look at Riddick Bowe. Still hasn't lived it down to this day. So the chance of him dashing the belts, nah, it's not in his character. It's not in his nature. I think it's frustration talking. But yeah, you can't look. Well, that's a maturity thing. It comes with maturity when you understand that you can't look to please people. Who are people? These people are, people are often quite conniving, sly, duplicitous. And when you understand these characters, these characteristics of the human being, you become enlightened, and you understand that it is not your job to go around trying to please people. People are sly, devious, cunning, conniving. Not everybody, but a significant portion. And weird. Let's not forget weird. Let's not forget how weird people can be.
Exactly. We've got to put it into context. I mean, I've had minimal exposure just through jumping on live streams and giving your opinion, and some of the nonsense people want to talk. And I can only imagine that that's a fraction of a percentage of what he has to face, or what any kind of elite level athlete has to face out there. I can only imagine it.
100%.
So, I can totally understand it getting to them. But when it gets to the point where you're trying to prove people things and you're doing more dangerous game plans just to prove a point, no, forget all of that. Get the win.
Get the win. And like I say, it's part of maturity when you understand that your role as a human being is not
even if it had worked, if he had somehow managed to outbox Usyk, all people would have said is, "Oh, he's a blown up cruiserweight." They wouldn't have given him the credit. It wouldn't have worked. What he was trying to do wouldn't have worked. He needs to forget about them.
Yeah, I think. It comes with maturity when you understand that your role in life is not to go out there and please people. Your role in life is to be a decent human being, to be a man of integrity, a man of your word, a man who walks upright, dignified character. But none of that encompasses going around trying to do a soft shoe shuffle for every mofo, miscreant, and ne'er-do-well that may cross your path. Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying?
As a man, you protect, you provide, and you build. He's doing all those things. He's doing all of those things. He should be able to. I don't know. It's like I said, it's easy because I can only imagine what it's like and the amount of abuse he gets. We I think YouTube has its own little bubbles.
Yeah.
And there are many bubbles. So then there are many channels that we don't even know about that are probably giving him a load of stick as well. It just must seem like a constant barrage.
It must seem like a constant barrage. It must do. But
then at the same time, the compliments and the praise and people speaking up on his behalf must also seem like a constant barrage. It's where you choose to focus.
Balance. You know what I'm saying? It's about balance. So what's going on? What's going on right about now? Let's have a look. What's this here? Okay, let's just move on. Who are we talking about? Okay, have we talked about this before? Have we talked about Ruiz Ortiz? Have we talked about that one?
That's a good fight. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, me too. Andreas the Punch Ruiz versus Ortiz. Ruiz versus Ortiz. Luis Ortiz. That is going down. When is that going down? Is that sometime in September? Let me have a look. Yeah, I think it's going down sometime in September. Was it September the 20th? I think it's September the 20th. something like that. Let's have a look at the likes. I should be able to get the. I think it's something like that. 20th of September. And that's going to be an interesting fight. That's going to be as a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat. Let's get the poll out. We haven't done a poll tonight. You know, let's do a poll. Who wins? Who wins? Ruiz Ortiz, or
this fight does remind me of something that Lisa Bell said, that you know, we are kind of fortunate in the UK with our pay-per-view prices, because to consider that is going to be a pay-per-view in America.
Oh Lord, you're joking, aren't you?
That's pay-per-view.
Uh-oh. PBC, it's a PBC job, isn't it?
Pay-per-view.
Uh-oh. Let's get this in so people can get the voting. Have their, what is this? Have I done it? An option? No, I had an option. Ask the commit. Oh, need to delete that. Damn it. Rid of that and ask your community. Okay, so there is the poll. Is it Luis Ortiz Jr.? Luis Ortiz. Yeah, no Junior. Yeah, no Junior. How do I feel about it? Luis Ortiz. And I think Andy Ruiz is gonna win. Andy Ruiz, the younger guy. I'm going with the younger guy, but it's still interesting to see what the older guy can do. The older southpaw against the snapping turtle. I'm going with Andreas, the Punch Ruiz, for them piston-like hands. I remember Luis Ortiz's last fight. You just falling over. The knees are gone. He's gonna fall over. He's gonna listen. I'm saying it now. In my humble opinion, he's gonna fall over again.
You're going to see the same deterioration we saw with Povetkin in the two Dillian White fights, where he was getting dropped, and then he pulled out the punch to knock Dillian White out, and then in the rematch he was just completely gone. So I'm expecting the same with Luis Ortiz. I think this fight will be completely gone. You know, he got dropped multiple times in his last fight. I think it was Charles Martin.
Yeah.
And I think this time, if it isn't anything other than the same devastating beating that Dillian White gave Alexander Povetkin, if Andy Ruiz doesn't dish out a similar beating, it's a very, very disappointing night for Andy Ruiz. Very, very disappointing. He needs to really just retire him. He needs to retire him.
Yeah.
We need to be seeing a post from Luis Ortiz a few days after, or a week or so after, saying, I gave it a good shot. I've had a good career, but that was my last fight. I can't come up with this anymore.
Time. Hit those like buttons, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, so you can stay updated with news and notifications. What we're saying here. Okay, so what's going on? Jeez, that was only 2 minutes ago. Dang, that was only 2 minutes ago. Okay, so leave that there. Leave that to simmer. What's going on? If Ruiz don't beat that old fella, it's over for him.
That would be a terrible story if Ruiz beats if Ortiz beats Ruiz. That would be terrible for Ruiz. It's like,
that would be.
How do you recover from that?
That would be terrible. I can't see it happening though. There's
How
no
do you
way. There's no way on the. Hold on. Having said that, people, Luis Ortiz, he's got 17% of the votes. He's got 17% of the votes. Hold on. You got to factor in that Chris Arreola folded up Andy Ruiz.
That was a great fight, that Arreola fight. I enjoyed that. I remember watching that. It was quite fun to watch.
That was a fun watch. Ruiz has come out subsequently and said, I don't want to lose. I don't want to really lose too much weight. We're working on building our strength. I don't want to lose too much weight. And that's why he stepped away. Perhaps, arguably, might that be one of the reasons he stepped away from Eddie Reynoso?
Yeah, because Eddie Reynoso trains them hard in his gym. They actually have to put in some work.
But they're leaving him. They're leaving him one by one. Frank Sanchez, gone. Ryan Garcia, gone. Andreas Laponce Ruiz, gone. They're leaving him one by one. Saying, they don't want a part-time trainer because obviously Reynoso, his priority is with Canelo. You know what I mean? Priorities with Canelo, so they're leaving him one by one. There are quite a few people that still have faith in the old man. Ortiz should get badly tackle slapped by the buffet boy. Oh dear. What's that? Yeah. I heard some say there's no way Ruiz beats Ortiz. I thought it was sarcasm, but it's not. There's no way Ruiz beats Ortiz. I think he does, but it's going to be interesting.
I think Ortiz has it in him to knock Ruiz down, but Ruiz gets up. He's got decent powers of recovery.
Yeah, that is true.
If you can take a solid punch from Joshua and get up.
Yeah, he did get up, didn't he? He did
get
up.
Got some powers of recovery. I wouldn't, it's the Arreola knockdown was disappointing, but he got up. He still had his legs with him, and he was still, he still had his faculties about him, and he got up and boxed him soundly.
Yeah. Damn, Lisa Bells is going with Ortiz. She's still got confidence in the old boy. So, there's still people back in the Cuban,
I wonder if that means that people think Ruiz is rubbish or Ortiz is good.
That's a good question. That's a damn good question.
Because Ortiz has just got that uncle that used to have it. He's got to lose it at some point. Like he's still in the block. You still don't want to mess with him.
Yeah,
but
he's still a unit. He's a big beast of a man.
I don't know. He was looking old in the first Deontay Wilder fight.
That's what I think. But
for him to still be out there winning,
this is going to be a good litmus test for Ortiz. This is going to be a good litmus test for Ortiz, more so than Ruiz. To me, this fight's going to be about how does Ortiz look? Because if Ortiz looks good, then it's just a litmus test. It's this fight, we're going to find out so much. I expect Luis Ortiz to fold. I expect him to fold, but we're going to see. That doesn't mean that that's necessarily how it's going to be. I'm very curious.
Ruiz is in a precarious position because, as I said, if he doesn't retire Ortiz, it's a disappointing result. If you see Ortiz back in the ring, win or lose, It's a terrible result for Andy Ruiz. He should be retiring him.
Yeah. Lisa Bells, I don't know why. I could be wrong. It's a gut feeling. It's a gut feeling. We gon' see. You know what? It's 1 hour, 15 minutes. And I think that's enough. I think that's enough. We're already 15 minutes into overtime. Leon Figures, we still got some of the evening left to put your feet up and kick back and relax and mellow out.
Thanks for having me on, Raphie. It's been fun.
Hey, it's always a pleasure. Leon Figures.
It's a shame we never got to touch on the Anthony Yard.
Yeah, we can touch on that. Go ahead.
Nothing's been announced yet, but an interesting factor is Beterbiev's had surgery recently on his leg, on a leg injury.
Yeah.
So that might make things a little bit interesting.
Well, what's going on here? I got an article up. Let's pull it up. Let us pull it up. Stop sharing that. Start sharing. Boom. It's right there. Okay. So, what's going on? Artur Beterbiev versus Anthony Yard could be finalized next week for October in London. Okay. So, Aram says the O2 Arena in London is booked for the end of October for Artur Beterbiev to defend his IBF, WBC, WBO light heavyweight titles against Anthony Yard. Aaron says he hopes to have the Beterbiev versus Yard fight finalized by next week. For this fight, by next week, there could be a method to the madness of Aram having Beterbiev fight. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if he's an easy mark. A lot of people think he's an easy mark, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Beterbiev is the favorite, obviously, heavy favorite, but I don't know, man. Obviously, I think Beterbiev will win, but I think they're going to come up with some strategy. They're going to make it interesting. Yard is a threat to beating Beterbiev. Yard isn't a threat. Well, they say he's not a threat. I beg to differ. I'm in the minority. I beg to differ. Fans aren't eager to see Beterbiev fight Yard because they were hoping he would face Dmitry Bivol.
But that can't happen because Bivol's got mandatories.
So I don't understand why they say that. Bivol's popularity is an all-time high in the US following his 12-round unanimous decision victory over Canelo Alvarez.
And as it's a Oscar De La Hoya fighter, he's not going to do Eddie Hearn any favors and even contemplate any step aside.
For real. Rod and strike while the iron's hot, despite lack of credentials. As a pro, Yard is the WBO mandatory challenger. Yard's claim to fame is getting.
Frank Warren does position his fight as well. He gives them opportunities.
Yard's rise has been unconventional, but at least he got there. At least he's making some money. At least he's making some money. It's prize fighting. You know what I'm saying? I think Frank Warren is holding the O2 in London, and Beterbiev has been on vacation. Aaron wasn't interested in matching Beterbiev against Bivol even before his one-sided win over Canelo Alvarez. Okay, well, they don't talking anything about the injury there. Not talking anything about the injury there. Let's have a look. In comes the man like the Iron Kong. How do you do?
Hello.
Yeah. What's up, Raphie? What's up, Leon Figures? Y'all still going through this heat wave up in Jolly Old England?
No, man, no. I mean, after the last show, the Raphie did a rain dance out in the back garden, and the heavens the heavens opened up. I think it was a day or two after that show. The heavens opened up and we got some much needed rain. My only concern was that would be it. The summer would be over, but it's not the case. It's not the case. After the rain came the sun, and then after the sun came the rain. So now it's nice and cool. We're still getting sun, but it's more respectable now. It's respectable sun with a breeze. A little bit of rain.
You know, watching news and all the British people freaking out. The problem is when these same British people come down here, they want to walk around, you know, with no clothes on. Then start to get all bun up on the beach, they all red and blistered. So I'm like, how are you complaining now in England, but down here you all happy to walk around half naked?
Yeah.
It's a different heat though, Ancom. I will say that it is a different kind of heat.
You probably got a bit of breeze over there. You probably got a breeze over there. We didn't have a breeze for a month. We never had a breeze for a month. It's nice now.
Plus, I guess maybe, you know, in them places where it's highly like urbanized, you know, a lot of buildings and whatnot, it could be a real problem.
Brutal. It was brutal, but it's nice now. It's nice now.
Okay, well, that's good. I'm glad y'all get through that issue. You know, we don't want that for England. You know,
I enjoy the sunshine.
Getting patch.
Yeah, for real. What
are we talking about today?
We're talking about hold on. Ruiz got an ACL injury when he opened Buffet. Okay, we're talking about where's the thumbnail? Let's have a look at the thumbnail. Let me bring that up for everybody to see. Stop sharing that. Start sharing this. Where we at? Boom. Okay, so the pay-per-view has gone up by £2. It's gone from £25 to £27. Pretty damn much. Some people are up in uproar. It used to be 20. Now it went to 25. Now it's gone to 27. We're talking about Alexander Usyk, talking about Anthony Joshua versus Usyk 2. Joshua says, I want my respect. Then we got who's this? We got Ortiz versus Ruiz. And then we got Yard versus Better Babe. So you got 3 topics there to just touch on.
Well, I think Femi need to understand that there's a lot of people that ain't gonna give him no respect because of who he is and what he's done in boxing, right? A lot of people are upset that he did what he did in such a short time, made all that money, and as even the most ardent Joshua, hater told me, you know, I mean, he gonna have a problem because people hate on you when you're good looking, people hate on you when you're talented, and people hate on you when you got money, right? True. And he got all 3, so you're gonna be a problem, you know. I think I've already said Anthony Joshua. You know, I never used to want to give him his credit, but how could you not? This is a man in 20-something fights, unified the division like twice, lose his fight, take an immediate rematch, and everybody's like, nah, don't take the rematch, you get knocked out, blah blah blah. Took the rematch immediately, won the fight, came back again, didn't duck a mandatory, fought a better boxer than him, wrong game plan, got cooked up, and he's like, nope, let's run it back immediately again. You know what I'm saying? So how could I not give a man like that credit when you got other people who when they won these same 3 belts he had, talk about they had mental illness or whatever, when really it was just a pet ban.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
You want me to respect the other guy who had a WBC when he said he turned on all his money to fight the same Joshua and all this? Nah, man, I'm not interested. So I gotta give the man he props, and that's all I gotta say on that. You know what I mean?
For real.
Rescue boxing, especially heavyweight boxing. Rescue it.
That's true.
I see what interview, and he said when he come in, heavyweight division was whack, and people were like, "Oh, how could he say that?" Bro, go back and think about heavyweight boxing back then.
Yeah.
And look at what was happening before Joshua, right? And then after Joshua come on the scene, what was happening? All of a sudden, people want to call for big money. All of a sudden, people want to be, writing on his name. All this.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So let me keep it all the way 100. That man rescue boxing in a way, especially in England specifically. And on both sides of the pond, he rescued heavyweight boxing totally. That's real talk.
Real talk. We gotta give the bell for that. We gotta give the bell for that because that's the reality. Deontay Wilder was nickel and diamond, scratching around, a million here, a million there. Tyson Fury is getting a couple million here, a couple million there. Anthony Joshua comes in, and all of a sudden, the bag explodes. You know what I'm saying? The bag gets big. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it all the way 100. He rejuvenated, resuscitated heavyweight boxing, and that's
real talk. And back then, I wasn't supporting Anthony Joshua. Back then, but you got give, as we say here, you got to give Jackie jacket. You know what I'm saying? You can't just diss the man because you just got biases. Let me keep it all the way 100. Right. The man did exactly what he's supposed to do. Come in, unify, fight the big fights, unify the division. Yeah. Try bring big fights to his country. For real. When you got other people in England who said, I will not be continuing my career in England, I'll be continuing my career in America. All of a sudden, no, they're the ones people want to tell me is the standard bearer for British boxing. A man who turned it back on British boxing. I'm pedgy. I'll stop, man. But there's different reasons for that, though. But yeah, go ahead, Raphie. Left that.
Yeah. Well, that's the reality. That's the reality. He came in. He came in and he rejuvenated the sport. I mean, that's the reality of the matter. Any which way you want to cut it, these other cats out here with nickel and diamond, scraping a million here, scraping a million there, and then all of a sudden, he rejuvenated the market. He blew up the market. He bought a house on your street, and all of a sudden, the house prices went up. So what? There's no argument. About it. It is what it is. It's one. What's the time now? How long we've been live? 1 hour, 27 minutes. And yeah, that's it. What final words? Leon Figures, thank you for jumping on. Your final words, my friend.
It's been fun. I hope to do it again soon. 100%. Take care, everyone.
100%. That's the Leon Figures. Much appreciation goes out to the Leon Figures for jumping on. And of course, we have the Iron Kong just jumped on. I personally glad that Joshua did single-handedly. I am personally glad that Joshua did single-handedly revive the heavyweight division. I am personally glad also. But let's leave Joshua to one side. Iron Kong, last question. Who do you think wins the fight between Andy Ruiz and...
Ruiz wins the fight. Yeah, I mean, Luis Ortiz is done, man. He's cooked. That guy been overrated for a long time. But whatever. And to Thomas Duffin, when did Fury dominate the heavyweight?
What has he dominated?
The man won his one big fight with Vladimir Klitschko, then took his ped ban, and then disappeared for 3-4 years. He dominated it. What are you talking about?
What has he dominated? Thomas.
Raphie, you have a nice evening, my brother. I ain't gonna get into that with them. I see I come on late, but thank you for the chance still. And yeah,
I appreciate the fact that even though you come on late, we still appreciate the fact that you took time out of your day to jump on and say a couple of things to the people. But I cannot spoil these people. I can't let you wax lyrically when they have not blessed the chat with the super chat. You understand? So until they learn the rules, you know what I'm saying? Then that's what it is. But Iron Kong, much respect. As
Yeah,
Iron
that's it,
Kong.
Raphie.
Hey, peace and blessings. That's the Iron Kong 26, taking time out of his day. Likewise, the Leon Figures taking time out of his day to come and entertain you. It's a shame you didn't bless him. Shame you didn't bless the chat. We're not talking about the usual people who do it like the Lisa Bales. We're not talking about the Lisa Bales always contributing. But yeah, talking about the rest. Yeah, remember to bless the chat. What we're talking about. Yeah, conserving the energies. Absolutely. What are we talking about here? Joshua, Fury dominated. What has Fury dominated? Thomas Duffin. He beat Vladimir Klitschko when he should have been serving a drug ban for failing his drug test against Christian Hamer 6 months prior. And then he came. Some people just don't. What's Travelers got to do with it? We're talking about the man. We're talking about the reality. Then he comes back and he fights Deontay Wilder when Deontay Wilder was an unknown entity, an unknown quantity. We still don't know how good he is because he didn't fight other top 10 fighters. That's the truth about Deontay Wilder. He didn't fight the other top 10 guys. He didn't do it. That's the reality. So what are we saying? Yeah, so who did he dominate? He dominated a Wilder, who's an unknown entity, because he didn't fight other top 10 guys. So Wilder's still an unknown entity. Joshua fought the top guys, all the top guys who were willing to fight him. That's not the case for Tyson Fury, and it certainly is not the case for Deontay Wilder. Joshua is the only guy out of those guys who fought the top guys who fought the top guys. Those two guys didn't want to fight him, and those two guys didn't fight the other top 10 guys. You know what I'm saying? Joshua's the only guy, just to this day, even with his losses, to this day, Joshua's got more consensus top 10 victories than Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder put together. I repeat, to this day, Anthony Joshua has has more consensus top 10 wins or Ring Magazine wins than Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury put together. And that, my friend, is simple fact. It's a simple fact. So what more can I say? If you want some more truths, you know where to tune in. It's the Raphie Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares. And it is the hitting that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. Don't forget about the live show. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. It's Raphie Dawkins, Combat Radio. We are out. Blessed. Lame.